So some other updates I have going on is e-bike. Yeah, I kind of put that build on hold right now. And the main reason being is because all those parts come from China, and I'm not afraid of the Wu flu or the Chinese virus, but at the same time, I just don't want to spend money that's supporting some factory in China. So I've just been using the bicycle as a bicycle with my daughter every day. So it's fun. Her and I have a lot of fun. Go for our bike ride. She burns off some energy, wears me out. We don't go too far, but because we kind of live in like in a hilly area, and hers is just a normal bicycle, so hers is hard enough to pedal on a slight grade. But she is getting better. Stronger legs, I would suppose, and lungs and all that. So that's kind of on hold. I still want to build it because it would just be downright fun. But, you know, how things are. We'll see how things are in the world here, or probably through the summer. Oh yeah, okay, that 13.2 sprocket was much different. I had down low grunt, and it actually wheelied as I came up over that. Yeah, I wasn't doing that with the 14 tooth. I gotta say, it does feel good buying a bike and actually reviewing it and being like, yeah, I'll buy this part for it, I'll buy that part for it, or, you know, what works. And there's a lot of great companies out there, and believe me, because I'm trying to do this as a business, I guess, I suppose I have evolved into, like, let's see if I can do some bike reviews of bikes that just are not talked about, that I have hit companies up for some products. And it's a hard seller on this bike, I'll tell you what, because people don't really care, and I have to hit up companies I don't have a relationship with. So hitting up a company you don't have a relationship with is a lot harder, because you're starting from scratch. Here's my resume, basically. Here's who I've worked with, if you want to call them and check, and because, you know, they don't know me from Adam. And, you know, can I get, like, foot pegs? And they're nice. Like, oh, hey, yeah, you know, we'll give you 40% off. And you all that don't understand the industry, that's an awesome deal. That's an awesome sponsorship deal if you're sponsored with just discounts. And I'm using a real example there. That's the recent one I won't name the company, though, because that would be rude. But, you know, I just can't do it because every penny on this bike counts. Everything I put on this Beta 125 RS, I'm going to sell with the bike. So it will help me regain initially my purchase. But, you know, I'm probably not going to regain if I had to buy that Voyager. I happen to have it sitting on my shelf because they sponsored me with it way back when on the gas and eventually the Voyager Pro. So that got rid of the need for that. That's just been sitting on a shelf. I'm not one of those people that just like get stuff from companies and typically sells it. That's just not what I do. And that's why companies tend to kind of support me, because I'm not there to make a quick buck off their product. And a lot of people do that. They'll review a jacket, they'll review gloves, they'll review high-end helmet. And they're selling it after they do the unboxing, after they do the fitment and all that, and what the features are. They just sell the item. I don't do that. So be kind of one of the first times where I'm selling product, but I'm doing it in a way where it's just on the bike. I'm not going to take time to take off the Voyager. If I get foot pegs, I'm not going to switch the foot pegs back. You're going to get the box of the original foot pegs. You can get the box of the original computer, which I could probably sell to somebody else that maybe broke their OEM one, right? But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be like, here's the bike with all these goodies. This is the price. It's less than MSRP. Hey guys, you know? And hopefully I don't have it all damaged up after using it. It's going to be more used for dual sporting. This is just kind of a test, and I know this trail. I'm not taking this bike out to Penrose. That's not what this bike is designed for at all. This is, I would consider, a light single track that somebody might happen on, and can they do it? That's about it. So far, with the 14-tooth front sprocket, yeah, you could get up this hill. Yeah, you could get up this hill. It took a heck of a lot of clutch slipping and just revving the bike up real high and dropping it. Now, will that occur now? I don't know. I haven't tried the hill, so we're going to give that a try. So I figured I'd pick up Ferret Face Feld Productions mirror. Just remembered about it. So here we go. This is going to be attempt. I have to get turned around, but attempt number 1 to go up. And we'll see how it does. I might only do 1 attempt, but yeah, I want to see how this handles that hill. And then I'll go out the other way, see how it handles getting out, which isn't as bad. Make sure I'm in first. Rev it. We'll go with the same line I did before. I'm slipping the clutch. Losing rev. I was still slipping it, but whew. So did it do better? Yeah, it did better. Still not the best, but it did it a lot better. So yeah, 13 tooth. If you're occasionally taking trails that are steep, do the 13 tooth. Oops, I want to turn around right here. So this bike with a 13 tooth front sprocket is good for casual single track. Like, you happen on this, works much better. Hence, if you're on some really steep Jeep roads, it would also work a lot better. But if you happen across a kind of a, you know, a trail more than a graded road or what have you, that 13-tooth sprocket is just going to make your world a lot easier. Still had to kind of rev real high and drop the, or not drop the clutch, but feather the clutch out. And I was feathering it in too. Maybe it's just the clutch here being a cheaper clutch, and it's just a cable, that there's not as much maybe feathering of it that you can do like on other bikes. And other bikes you probably could get away with having the power that you don't need to have a lot more movement within your clutch control, your plates coming, disengaging and engaging. I would do the 13-tooth sprocket, just what I saw on the road on this trail. And I'm assuming you're not going to lose a lot of miles per gallon, and I don't know about top speed because I never got around to being able to do top speed. We've had weird weather and wind, and should we check it out? See what it looks like. I got the little hose attached to it. Oh, see, the hose doesn't do anything better. It still splashes up. I think it's kind of directing it more, but it's just still wet up in here. I just don't get this setup. The only thing I could think of is to take this cap off. It's just an Allen. Take this off and run this breather tube right there. And listen. That might be the way to go. And then you have this weird funky spot. I think they should just mold this with a normal dang cap. Put a key in the cap if you're worried about that aspect. You know, a locking cap versus wasting space. So it would be more fuel because this goes down to the neck, and that would join across. So all that would be fuel. Being a 125, that's just that much more fuel. That little bit of fuel will probably take you miles. 10 miles probably on just a little bit of fuel. And if this was raised up more and had a normal cap on it and it could be locking, I think that would be a lot better. And I think I have to undo this, and it's just an Allen, so I'll just undo this and run that. And I have longer ones, longer hose. Color's kind of weird, but oh well. I will put this into there and be good to go. So yeah, probably the best combo for the gearing is going to be the 13 65 tooth rear. Well, for if you're doing more trail orientated stuff. I can already see that as probably being the ideal. And it's probably why they offer it. I'm sure they tested the bike, you know, developing the gearing, and was like, you know, if they're doing trails, they're really going to want that down low, and that will give it to them. You'll be in the right, you know, rev range for the bike. Oh, no. Definitely don't want to go that way without a skid plate. See, that's when it's good that you know a trail. But if somebody was to happen on this trail, that rock is, with the tire holding some mud, that rock is slick. Whoa. I thought my hand was gonna hit that tree. So I panicked. I let go, but that made power. Because I don't have bark busters yet. I didn't want to smash my hand into a tree. Oh, as one guy said, it's a play bike. I never knew a motorcycle was a play bike. I mean, I would picture a pit bike. This is a real motorcycle. It's designed for a certain purpose and price point for a certain reason. And I get that. But, is it a proper single track bike? Yeah, it can do some of this. We'll find out if it can do better with the 65 rear tooth sprocket. So that'll probably be coming up in a while. I think we're supposed to have rain in the evening for the next week, unless that changes. And I can't ride during the week unless after my wife gets home from work, so she can take over watching my daughter. But with it raining in the evening, I haven't been able to do that. So I've been wanting to test this bike, just haven't been able to. And that front brake, you notice I'm not complaining about it. I forget about it now. That Nissan front master cylinder, yep, did the trick. So when the generic comes, I'll put that on this bike. So yeah, when I sell this bike, you won't be getting the Nissan. That's my XR650R. Right now, it doesn't have anything. So I'm going to, oh, steep hill. Yeah, stays in the power range, much better. Re-rev up a little bit. I was still slipping it, but you know, it is what it is. 205. Fan is on. Fan works. That's good. But yeah, that generic Nissan, when it comes, it says U.S. seller, so it was shipped from within the U.S. supposedly. We'll find out when it comes. I'll be doing a review on it. So if they lied on their eBay listing, then, you know, definitely will be pointed out. $17.10 though, for what will cost from Honda $170. Well, I should say third party, from like Rocky Mountain ATV motorcycle, $170, which is pretty reasonable, really. And so you gotta figure, I spent $17.10 for a new cylinder. I spent $45 for a Tusk line, which will look good because it'll actually be red. So that would be cool. It go with the bike. Yeah, I got two of those obviously, because this one I'm not gonna put back on the XR. It's well used, well loved. This is a Gelfer line. Came on my XR. It's held up great though, so can't really complain. And yeah, I mean, that's all it cost to put on is $45 plus $17. God, that's cheap if it works out, if the generic works out. 192 now. It's actually better instead of having the bike just sit there and having the cooling fan do the work. When you get to a road, just start moving, even if it's slow. It cools you down, it cools the bike down. Anyways, hopefully you like that single track video. Please like, subscribe, and check out my other videos. Have a good one. Bye.